Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kudash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to those for elect. It's your brother Taziar Ariyah coming at you with the lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. The water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson in the Lord's will. It is edifying to the sheep and to the flock of Yahweh, Yahushai to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans whose forefathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are indeed the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. It's time for you to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right, this lesson, the title's going to go into something like the Lord is visiting the place which He made, and ultimately the Lord has been doing that, but we're seeing it now more so than ever as prophecy continues to manifest. All right. So I got this quick article right here that I'm gonna get into the precepts. It's gonna be a quick hitter through the spirit, however long it takes, it is what it is. But Lord's word is straight and to the point and it's edifying. And again, the water Yahweh Shem Shah for the spirit. All right, so this article right here says winter storm live updates. Multiple deaths reported, over 900,000 without power. All right, and this is January 5th, 2026. All right. Just about an hour ago. It says right here, winter storm impacts 200 million Americans from New Mexico to New England. Emergencies have been declared in at least 20 states, some buried under a foot of snow. Drivers are being urged to stay home. A massive winter storm that stretches across the U.S. has knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of people in the South and is now slamming the Northeast with snow, crippling travel. It says the massive storm is bringing heavy snow and dangerous freezing rain to a wide swath of the country on Sunday. Snow total so far have topped 8 inches in Arkansas, 11 inches in Illinois and Ohio, 13 inches in Indiana, 8 in Kansas, 12 in Missouri, 7 in Oakland, 6 in Texas, and 5 in Tennessee. In the Northeast, snow totals so far have reached 12 inches in New Jersey, 11 inches in New York, and 15 inches in Pennsylvania. Winter storm warnings were issued in cities including Dallas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, St. Louis, Missouri, Louisville, Kentucky, Cleveland, Ohio, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and Boston. At least 1 inch of ice has been reported in parts of South Carolina, Mississippi, and Louisiana after ice storm warnings were issued from Texas to Tennessee to Georgia to the Carolinas. This is the first time an ice storm warning has been issued for the Greenville, Spartanburg area of South Carolina in over 20 years. By Sunday evening, the heavy snow will reach New England. Some light snow could linger in the Northeast into Monday morning. Continuing on, it says at least 2 dead from hypothermia in Louisiana. All right. Um, Jumping down, it says one person found dead in Austin, Texas during winter storm. And it says, and it goes on, talking about how different flights are canceled. You could read this on your own. This is located in abcnews.go.com. All right. And you can read on for yourself. But as you can see, man, the Lord is visiting a place which He made. It's prophesied that these different things were going to happen. Not saying the specifics, but it all ties into prophecy, man. All right, let's get into it. This is 2 Ezra 9 and verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. You see? So all these things that we're seeing, that's, trending worldwide, is the things that were prophesied from the beginning. Like the uproars of the people, the different wars and rumors of wars, the different pestilences, the different earthquakes that's in diverse places. This is all according to prophecy, and we are seeing it happen and manifest right before our very eyes today in real time. It says, for like is all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. We are literally watching and witnessing the transferring of Esau Edom's world into Jacob's world, whose name was later translated into Israel, Salakia. Okay, but we are watching that change. The power. the rulership being transferred from one people to another, man. We are witnessing that right now. The Lord is literally destroying this place from the inside out, man. We are watching the fall of Esau Edom once and for all. Okay, let's get that in 2 6 real quick. It says 2 6 in verse 9. It says or verse 7. The points in 9. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And we are at the end of Esau's reign. We are at the end of Esau's world, man. Meaning what? His age, his reign, his rulership. We're at the end of Esau's rulership. That's why the scriptures say this devil's gonna have to come down with great wrath because he knoweth that he had but a short time. When you also read in what Revelation 20, it talks about that the devil being loose for that little season. That's not talking about the spiritual demon Satan. That's talking about Esau Edom, who is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, man. He is the wicked that the scriptures speak of, man. Esau Edom. And that little season that he's been loosed in the from after the dark age was over, and then you had what, the renaissance, man, which means what, rebirth. Okay, and that's when Esau Edom took back, he was put back into power, so to speak, man. That dilly wound was healed, and now we see what we are seeing, that little season that he was loose for is starting to come to an end, man, in Revelation 20. So going back to 2 Esdras 9, it says yeah, that was pretty much the point. For all, like, for verse 5, I'll read it again. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, man. All right. The Lord is visiting a world which he made. Okay. Let's get this real quick. This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 7. It says, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. But the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. You see? So this is just the beginning of these things that we're seeing, man. We haven't seen nothing yet, man. Let's get Daniel real quick. Let's get Daniel. Daniel chapter Salaki, that's what's here. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. Because we haven't seen nothing yet. We are seeing the the different stages leading up to the worst thing ever, man. Okay? The worst thing ever, man. That is that the earth will will basically go through. Daniel chapter 12 verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people, he's talking about who? The elect, shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And that's talking about the elect. The elect will be protected and saved by Yahweh Shai and the host of heaven, man. And that's including Michael the Archangel, man. But the worst time ever, we are on the brink of it, man. Again, we are watching these things manifest in real time. Did not the scriptures, let's get it real quick before I get Jeremiah 30 to back that up. Let's get 2 15 and verse 1. It says what? Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. These scriptures are faithful and true, and they will come to pass. Let's get Isaiah 55 real quick. Let's get it. Isaiah 55 and verse Verse 11, let's get the point, straight to the point. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I send it. Man, Salakia, let's go up. Let's get the context. Why not? Why not? Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Actually, let's start at verse 6. All right, it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Yeah, Jake. It will behoove you to repent right now while the doors of repentance are still open. Because once they're closed, man, there is no turning back. The elect will be sealed, and at that point, it's on and cracking. It already is on and cracking, but it will be it's going to be final once all the elect are sealed and the main prophecies start coming to pass, man. So while the Lord is still having his hand stretched forth, Jake, it will behoove you to repent. Because once the Lord brings his hand back, there is no protection for those who were not seeking him while he was found. Okay. Verse 7, it says, let the wicked forsake his way, and let the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So when it rain, the rain don't stop or hit the ground and then go back up. No, it has a whole process that it goes through, man. Just same with the snow. We just read about the heavy snowstorm that's been hitting, that the Lord has hit the earth with. Did it stop? And is it stopping and going back up? No, it's accomplishing and doing the thing. It's accomplishing its purpose, man. Okay. So verse 11, the point, it says what? So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. The Lord commanded it, and guess what? It is so. So it shall be done. It says, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Okay. And these prophecies will come to pass. We just read that in 2 15. These prophecies will come to pass because they are faithful and true. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie, neither the son of man that he should repent, man. So again, it will behoove you, Jake, to repent, because hey, we are in some very, very interesting times, man. But overall, with all these things going on, the elect still will be protected no matter what. We must continue to fight the good fight of faith no matter what goes on in our lives, man. We must continue to fight the good fight of faith. We must continue to push this word with truth and sincerity and fear in the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Period, point blank, man. No matter what is going on, because guess what? We just read in Daniel 12, it is only going to get worse. More and more people are bound and destined to get unalived. We haven't seen nothing yet. But again, we must continue to fear in the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. We must continue to do the things that are pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and hopes that we may be one of those ones that's going to be protected, man. And one of those ones who will be saved, which is who? The elect, the hopeful elect. All right. But the Lord is visiting the world which he made. So with that, Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash, double honors into the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Taziar Ariyah. Till next time, I want to say Shalom, Wa Abba, Shalom.